So this is my 1991 Mazda B2200. It is small block Chevy 350 swapped. I originally got it about a year and a half ago. It was already swapped, had the 350 in it, but it was an 80s smog motor that had shitty heads. It ran really bad, it leaked oil, had a bunch of miles, just didn't run all that great. It also had a turbo 350 automatic that I didn't really like. And since then I've pulled the original motor, I rebuilt it, and I put in a flat tappet cam, which I don't know if I messed it up or something along those lines, but I went through a couple cams, had to do an in-frame on the second cam, and I forgot to torque a rod cap, and I windowed that original block, unfortunately. So this isn't the same block, but I found another one, rebuilt it as well, went with roller cam, haven't had a problem since. I also swapped the transmission to a T56 out of a Camaro, and it is a lot more fun. The rear end is a Ford 8.8 with 373 gears, disc brakes. The tires are Nitto's 275 50 17s. I redid the rear, the bed with bedliner. Fuel cell because the 8.8 pumpkin was offset, so the drive shaft would have hit the stock fuel tank. The origin of the truck is that it was originally a lowrider. Like, this thing was scraping tires and stupid low, and it also had a roll pan with a fixed tailgate with a purposely offset license plate that I didn't really like. So I redid that. You'll see some better photos of it. The motor dynoed at 285 horsepower, I think it was like a little over $5,000. You'll see the dyno sheet, and then 334 foot-pounds of torque at like $3,000, I believe. The internals are all stock except for the cam and the intake. The heads are Vortec heads out of like a 98 Suburban. They got like an Alex Parts valve spring kit to get a little bit more lift out of them. The cam is a Comp Cam's Thumper because I just wanted it to sound. I wasn't really caring about performance at the time. I just wanted the truck to run because I'd already gone through those flat tappets and I was kind of burnt out of the process, to be honest with you. Other than that, I get about 18 miles to the gallon on the highway. I put about 4,000 miles on the motor, driving it as much as I can and just enjoying it. I've got big plans for it in the future. I want to cage it, 4-point cage. I also want to mega squirt it, just so that way I can do twin turbos, one here and one right where the battery is, relocate the battery to the bed. I'd also kind of like to do airbags, but that's not really in the works right now. It's mostly just mega squirt right now on the cage. And I also want to dip it and try a different color. So, hope you enjoyed the running videos and better photos. So a couple things I forgot to touch on earlier is the budget for the truck. I have kept track of every single expense, and so far I am a little over $6,000 for everything except for tires and the original purchase cost, which kind of is hard to calculate because I traded for this truck. Another thing is it doesn't have power steering, hydraulic power steering that is. It's got electric power steering, which I thought was pretty cool. It's out of a 2008 Nissan Versa, and I welded it in line with the steering column and then the control box right under there. That way I don't have to sacrifice any engine bay room for turbos. But yeah, the electric power steering it's really great. I love it. So I hope you enjoy the videos.